Hello participants, my name is Professor Isaac Samani Butsot, your facilitator for ANP302, Introduction to Ruminant Animal Production. We have had the first lesson in Module 1, and this week, Monday 11th, April 2021, we are continuing with Module 2. And we will be looking particularly at the various breeds of animals, especially those that are within us here. Feel free to ask any questions you might have in the course of this Zoom meeting. Have a nice time. Thank you. As I said earlier, we are continuing on this course, Introduction to Ruminant Animal Production, and I remain your facilitator, Professor Isaac Samani Butsot. For this module 2, we'll be looking at breeds of ruminant animals, and we're looking at two species of animals, breeds of cattle and breeds of sheep and goats. We'll start with the breeds of cattle, and now we'll look at the introduction, objectives, the main context, types of cattle, breeds of cattle. We'll look at the white Fulani or Bunaji, the Sokoto Gudali, the Ndama, the Holstein Friesian, and then we'll draw some conclusion, go to the summary, get your participants' activities, references for further. By the end of this unit, you should be able to identify the different breeds of cattle in Nigeria, list some beef breeds of cattle, identify some dairy breeds of cattle, identify some breeds of cattle based on their external characteristics feature, and this comprise the objectives of this lesson. Types of cattle. Cattle belong to the family Bovidae, which is divided into two subgroups, Bos taurus and Bos indicus. Bos taurus cattle have no home and do not possess home, while Bos indicus possess homes. In addition, Bos taurus cattle are the types of cattle found in the temperate regions of the world, while Bos indicus are found mostly in the tropics. Examples of Bos taurus include breeds like the Holstein Friesian, Asia's JC, Hereford, Kuri, Ndama, Muturu, and so many others, while Bos indicus are breeds of cattle that belong to the tropics. The ones particularly for the tropics include the white Fulani, the Sokoto Gudali, the red Bororo, Keteku, Wadara, or Shua Arab. And we can also classify these cattle into their main production purposes. Those specifically bred for milk production are called dairy cattle, while those for meat are called beef cattle. Some cattle have dual or even triple purposes. They can be used for dairy, beef production, and also used for drought. Examples include most of the local breeds in Africa, e.g. the white Fulani, Sokoto, Gudali, ones. Some of the breeds of cattle have been named above. However, we shall only study those that are found in our environment, which we will generally call local breed, and one or two of those not found in our tropical climate, which we shall call exotic. The white Fulani or Bunaji. This breed is the most prevalent in Nigeria, especially in the Guinea and savanna zones of the country. They are large animals with medium to long up-curving horns. They have white-colored coat. The animal has well-developed horn with skin folds. At maturity, the female white Fulani or Bunaji cattle weighs 330 to 350 kg, while the male or bull weighs about 500 kg. It is a dual or triple purpose type of cattle, as it may be fattened for beef or kept for milk production or used as drought animal, especially the bull. You see typical picture of a herd of the white of cattle. The Sokoto Gudali. This is a homed breed of cattle. It is pooled or no horn with medium thick, loose and pigmented skin, having a whitish cream color in female, while the male has dim with bluish gray shadings. The animal has pendulous ears with short horns that are a bit longer in the female. The others in the female are well developed with good teeth, hence they are regarded as indigenous dairy breed. At maturity, the female weighs an average of about 330 kg, while the male weighs about 450 kg. The female produces an average of 1,500 kg of milk per lactation. Now you see a typical picture of a Sokoto Gudali Ndama. This is a breed that is native to the West African coast, especially Sierra Leone, Congo, and Guinea, or the Futajalon area. The females weigh about 200 kg, while the males weigh up to 300 kg. They do not possess hump. They are compact animals with short horns and light brown skin coloration. They are highly tolerant to trypanosomiasis. They are poor producers of milk. Now you'll see this breed of cattle. The Holstein Friesian, this is one of the breeds that originated from Netherlands. It is an exotic breed. It has black coloration with white patches on the coats. The others are well developed and very large. Friesians are good producers of milk and are mostly used for dairy purposes, either as pure or cross breeds in Nigeria and most African. You see a picture of a typical Friesian cattle. Now, class activity. You should be able to define a breed. You should be able to explain the differences between local breeds and exotic breeds. With an illustrated diagram, you should describe one of the local breeds found in. In conclusion, in this unit, we have been able to discuss the various types of cattle based on environment and conformation. We also classified cattle using the population. In summary, in this unit, you have learned that a breed is a population of animals with peculiar genetically determined characteristics. The physical characteristics or purpose for which cattle is bred or reared have been used to classify cattle, either as homed or those that do not possess home, dairy or beef, and or drought. The peculiarities or uniqueness of each breed of cattle for easy identification were also. For further references, you have at least 3 references. You can look at Katie and Ulster, 1986, The Complete Book of Raising Livestock and Poultry, a Smallholder's Guide, Riaba Lagos University Services Limited, educational publishers. Or you look at Payne and Wilson, 1999, Animal Husbandry in the Tropics, 5th edition, Oxford, UK, Blackwell Science. Or Williamson and Payne, 1990, An Introduction to Animal Husbandry in the Tropics, London Longman Group. Wish you all the best as you read through.